Aishwarya, and I've been asked to talk about Newcastle University. Now, it can be a little bit confusing because there's a couple out there, but I'm going to be talking about the one that's in Newcastle upon Tyne, which is in the north of England. So, a little bit of background. I'm a first-year medical student, and I am absolutely loving it. So, to kind of give a little bit of a structure to this video, I thought I'll talk about the course that I'm doing, because obviously I have the most knowledge about that, and then a little generally about the university itself, and then a little bit about the city. So as far as medicine is concerned, and the university as a whole, it's a Russell Group University, which if you are unfamiliar with the term, it means that they're renowned for their research, their academics, their teaching standards. Some other universities that fall under Russell Group is Oxford and Cambridge. So you know that you're being delivered the best. But it's one thing to say it, it's another thing to actually deliver on it. And I feel like they do. As far as medicine's concerned, the staff, the faculty, they're absolutely amazing. They really care about the subject, and they really care about teaching you. So a lot of the lectures are very interesting, very engaging. But they have like different teaching methods. They have lectures, but they have small group seminars, dissection labs to do anatomy, and clinicals, so you get to do examinations. But a really unique thing about Newcastle is that we do very early on patient contact. We get to go to hospitals, we get to go to GPs, we get to talk to patients, we get to do examinations on them like term one, year one. It's really great to kind of consolidate everything that you've learned and actually apply it, that not a lot of other people get the opportunity to do. And I found it incredibly helpful. I've done a lot of my learning in the hospital. Just being able to summarize everything and actually do it really shows, like, if you know the content, and if you don't, it's it's okay. You've got people to help you around there. So it's really great. They really support you as well. So you have an academic mentor and a peer mentor. So an academic mentor, you have a couple of meetings where they talk to you, see if you're doing all right, see if you need any help. You have a peer mentor that, helps you, kind of gradually move into the course and the university itself. So there is an extensive support system within medicine and within the university as well. It's really great. They really do care about you. So it kind of makes the whole environment and the learning, it's a very comfortable environment to learn in. I think another point I guess I should make is how they teach. So we do it case by case. So we'll do like a respiratory case or a hypertension case, and then everything that I've talked about kind of falls into that. So it's a lot of bite-sized chunks, and it makes it easier to remember. I think it's good. Like, it's not as difficult as I was expecting it to be, and there is so much support if you need it that you'll honestly be okay. So that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about medicine. If you guys have more specific questions, you can always ask me later on. So to kind of go generally into the university itself, we don't really have colleges. We have different buildings. We have a medical building, and we kind of really stay there most of the time. But for other courses, I do know that they have to move around a lot. So there is some walking involved depending on which major you're doing. As far as scheduling is concerned, I think that's maybe the only negative I can think of. At least for medicine, it's surprisingly very chill. Not everything's compulsory. It's a very light schedule. But for other people, like my flatmate, she does chemical engineering. Every day she has like a 9 to 5 back-to-back lectures. It is so hectic for her, and sometimes she struggles with that. But then one of my flatmates does psychology, and she has maybe 1 or 2 lectures a day. So it really depends, and I wouldn't be able to tell you what your schedule is going to look like, but I do know that there are a lot of Facebook groups out there. So if you really want to know, you can definitely email the university or, get in touch with somebody, and they'll be able to help you. But as for most of us, it's pretty okay. We're able to manage a good academic life and social life, which leads me into the student union. is very active. There's so many events and there's so many societies. You will definitely find your people. Please don't be worried about that. If you don't get along with your flatmates, you'll probably get along with somebody in your course. And if not, just go for a society that, really interests you, because there are so many. It's actually intimidating. I wanted to join so many, but I am very lazy, so I've only done one. I've done the dance society, and it's really great because I've met some really amazing people, and it's great. Like, I have so much fun, but there's definitely something for you. And just generally, there are a lot of events as well to get involved in, volunteering, just the societies itself, or even work-wise. So it's really great. It's a very active city as well. So, I guess we can move on to the city. It's great. It's actually really great. Like, it's a medium-sized city, so it's large enough that there's a lot going on, but quaint enough that if that's not your scene, there is a lot for you to do. Newcastle is notorious for being party central, and it definitely lives up to its name. So it's great. You get to meet a lot of people out there. You get a lot of have fun, that college life experience. But if that's not for you, there is still so much to do. So many activities, so many restaurants, and the city itself is just beautiful. The architecture and everything. We have a quayside, which is like a river. There are a bunch of bridges. One of them lights up. It's pretty cool. Every time I go, it's just stunning. So it's a beautiful city. You will find something to do. You will find your people. You will definitely have fun. I think, yeah, and it's small enough that you can walk everywhere. So that's a plus point. If you are lazy like me, there is an extensive public transport system. You don't really need it though. And so yeah, so it's a plus point because you save money, but also the city itself is very cheap. It's very cheap in comparison to like London or Manchester. Like, you will save a lot of money if that's something you're concerned about. Then Newcastle may be an option for you. I think the only other thing that I was worried about before I went was weather. I'm not very used to cold weather. I don't really like it, which is very weird because I applied to Newcastle. But you get very used to it. It is sunny a lot, more than I expected. It is windy. It can get a little bit cold, but you get used to it. If you have a good jacket, you'll be fine. So yeah, I think that's it. To kind of summarize, as far as medicine concerned, Newcastle is great. You've got great, professors. You've got a good support system. You have very holistic learning, early patient contact. As far as the whole university is concerned, you have a great student union. You have a lot of societies. You can get engaged. And as far as the city is concerned, there is something for everybody. You will find your people. You will find activities to do. You'll have a lot of fun. And it is very cheap. So that's always very nice. If you guys have more specific questions, you can email me or drop me a message and I will get back to you. All right.